Hello students, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Ahmad Study Circle. In this video we are going to do the question answer of the chapter Homesickness by Roald Dahl. So if you have not watched the explanation of this chapter, then go to the playlist Gulmohar Class 7 and watch the explanation of this chapter. I have explained this chapter very nicely, line by line, word to word in Hindi. So in this video I'm not going to explain any of the questions or the answer. I'm just going to read the question and after that I'll read the answer. So let's get it started. Question number 1. Why did the speaker think that he may sound silly? How did he argue that he was not silly? Answer. The speaker thought that he might sound silly for thinking that as a 9-year-old he could make a number of grown-ups believe that he had appendicitis when he did not and thus get sent home from school. He argued that he was in fact not silly by explaining that not long before one of his sisters had actually had appendicitis and he had observed closely how she behaved, how she hurt on the lower right side of her tummy, kept being sick and ran a temperature. So he knew exactly how to pretend to be ill so that he would be believed. Now we have second question. Question number 2. How did the speaker and his sisters react to the event of an operation inside their home? Answer. The speakers and his sisters were very excited about the event of an operation inside their home. They locked in the corridor outside the nursery while the operation was going on. They stood fascinated outside the nursery door, listening to the soft murmurs that could be heard from inside. They could smell the ether through a crack under the door and imagined what the patient might be looking like. Question number 3. Who are the adults in this story? How did the speaker as a child feel towards them? Why do you think he felt that way? Answer. The adults in the story are the speaker's nanny, the school matron, the school doctor, the speaker's mother, and Dr. Dunbar. The speaker as a child admired Nanny as being very wise and believed everything she told him. This could be because she had a ready reply for every question. He was rather afraid of the school matron. It could be because she was rather stern with him. He loved his mother and wanted to go home to her. He also admired Dr. Dunbar greatly because Dr. Dunbar was a skillful doctor as well as a wise and kind person. He listened to his advice and was grateful to Dr. Dunbar for helping him. Now we have question number 4. Dr. Dunbar taught the speaker a lesson, but he also helped him. How did he do that? Answer. Dr. Dunbar taught the speaker a lesson by pointing out that life is tough and the sooner he learned to cope with it, the better it would be for him. He explained why the speaker needed to face his homesickness. At the same time, he was kind, understanding, and sympathetic. He told the school that the speaker had to stay at home for a few days so that the speaker's plan was not a complete failure and he did get to spend some time with his family. Now we have section B. Read these lines and answer the question. Basically, there are some lines given from the text and we have to give the answers just to support those lines. So the first statement we have from the text is, for years after that, I used to get nervous whenever I found a toothbrush bristle on my tongue. Okay, so this is their statement. Now we have a question based on this statement, and the question A, we have, why did the speaker get nervous on finding a toothbrush bristle on his tongue? Answer. The speaker had asked his nanny what causes an attack of appendicitis, and she had said that if loose toothbrush bristles were swallowed, then they get stuck in the appendix and turn it rotten. That is why he would get nervous if he found a loose toothbrush bristle on his tongue. Now we have question number B, just based on the above statement, and the question is, what can you understand about the speaker's attitude to his nanny from this statement? Which other words support your answer? Now we have the answer of this question. From this statement, it is clear that the speaker had great faith in his nanny's wisdom. He believed whatever she told him. The other words that show his attitude towards his nanny are, Nanny, who in my eyes was filled with the more wisdom than Solomon. Now we have a second statement which has been inferred from from your textbook, from your story, and the statement is, I entered the room clutching my stomach on the right hand side and staggering pathetically. So this is the statement taken from the text, taken from the story, and now we have a question based on this statement. Question number A is, which room is being referred to? Answer, the matron's room in the speaker's school is being referred to here. Now we have a second question, question number B, just based on the above statement. And the question we have, why was the speaker clutching his stomach on the right hand side? Answer, the speaker was pretending to have an attack of appendicitis. He had observed his sister who had really had such an attack, and she had complained of pain in the lower right side of her tummy. That is why he was clutching his stomach on the right hand side. Now we have a third question based on the above statement, question number C, and the question says, why was he staggering pathetically? Staggering means होता है लड़खड़ा करके चलना. Answer, the speaker was staggering pathetically because he was pretending to be in great pain. He was putting on an act of being very ill, so ill that he could not eat or walk properly. Okay, now we have another statement. We have third statement that has been taken from the context, from the story. Then I slipped in the clincher. Okay, now we have a question based on this just one line statement. Question number A, what was the clincher? Clincher आखिर था क्या? Answer, the clincher was the speaker's false report to the matron that he had been sick all morning. Now we have question number B, just based on this statement. What do you think the word clincher means here? Answer, here the word clincher means the final argument or a statement that would decide the case. It is because the speaker said that he had been sick that the matron finally began to believe him. Okay, so now we have fourth statement. Fourth statement is, life is tough and the sooner you learn how to cope with it, the better for you. Okay, so this is the statement and we have a question which is just missing here, so we can say that we have a question number A based on fourth statement. Why did Dr. Dunbar say this to the speaker? Do you think after this incident he would face a similar situation differently? What would you do if faced with a similar situation? And the answer we have, Dr. Dunbar said this because he had understood that the speaker had lied and pretended to be sick in order to come back home. He knew that the speaker may be homesick again or face other problems at school, but he had to be strong and face them bravely. Yes, after this incident, the speaker would be able to bear his homesickness more bravely. He would not be so miserable and would not try so hard to come back home. So this is how we have completed the question and answer of this chapter. You can give me your feedback in the comment section that how did you like this video, and if actually you like this video, then please hit that like button, smash that like button. And one more request I would like to make here, that please subscribe the channel if you have not done already. I'll see you with a new thing, with a new lesson, with a new chapter. Till then, take care of yourself and your family. Bye bye.